You're not stuck. You haven't hit a ceiling. In fact, you'll be happy to know that you're exactly in the position you're in based on universal law and based on past habits and beliefs that you've adopted in here. And what does that mean? That basically means that if you want to operate like a psycho, which I'm about to show you in this video, then you're going to have to change your old identity with a new identity. But more specifically, you're going to have to change your patterns, behaviors, and old habits to emulate that new identity that you want. All right, guys, I don't even know why I'm making this video, but it's got to be told. It's literally something that our society has hidden and something that has been so diluted in our society today that it must be addressed. And give me 10 minutes and I'm about to change your perspective on life as a whole and get you operating like an absolute psycho that you're meant to be, especially if you want to reach a certain level of success in your own life, and not just what success looks like to society, but what success looks like to you, purpose aligned, driven, and completely aligned with your conscience. Guys, before we even dive in, I want to give you a story on why I'm making this video and essentially the thought patterns and beliefs that were eroding my life and still do to this day, but how I've sort of overcome them. Not just overcome them, but I'm looking to overcome them. It's a continual process, but in essence, your conscience is your gift from God. What you do with it is your gift to God. Now, what does this all mean? It means that I don't care if you're making $10,000, $20,000 a month, whatever you're making. You may be successful in a corporate career, 9 to 5, you're making a lot of money, but you're just drained of energy. You don't have any clear alignment. You're just following the crowd like a lost sheep, which is what I was doing for a very, very long time. And what I've come to realize is that true purpose and alignment is sticking to your values, sticking to a purpose-driven outcome where you seek to help others and you get paid in monetary value for helping others achieve that outcome. And what do I mean by this is that you will never feel fulfilled, even if you're making tons of money, for example, but you're still feeling empty. I see this a lot with my clients. They earn a lot of money. Like a lot of my fitness clients earn a lot of money. They're out of shape though, and they're absolutely suffering in their relationships, in their family life, with their friends, with just themselves. They feel empty. I was in the same position. I still sometimes do feel that way, but I've worked on it with a mentor through accumulating my mind, through conditioning my mind to operate like an absolute psycho and a pro at all levels. And this is how I've done it. Right, so basically what you need to think about is, in order to align with your higher self, you need to get very clear on what your life's purpose is. Now, it's easier said than done. Obviously, in this video, I could go into depth on the psychology of how to obtain that vision and go about it, but I'll make a separate video on what I do personally. It's actually a process that I got from one of my mentors, and it's called consciousness calibration. And essentially what that is aligning yourself every morning, whether that be through journaling and just envisioning yourself in your present reality as if you had already achieved that future goal, future vision, future outcome. It's just basically there to allow yourself to dream so big that you put no limits to your imagination. You basically just think about what it is you truly want to do in life. You align with your purpose. Now, a lot of guys in particular come to me and say, oh, yeah, I'm doing all right. I, help working 9 to 5 and I'm, really satisfied with where my career is progressing. But, I just feel like there's something missing. I look at them and I'll go, but from society's standards, you're making so much money. So why do you still feel empty? Guys, intrinsic is different from extrinsic or external factors, right? Intrinsic values come from a sense of purpose. Now, if that's not aligned with what you're seeing from the external reality and you're just following something based purely off an external factor, then it's just going to amplify your intrinsic feeling to feel even more empty. So if I already felt empty going into a career path I did not like, then I'm just going to feel more empty as those external rewards are accumulated, because I'll think, yeah, I'm just going to keep chasing those external rewards at a higher scale, but that emptiness just grows and grows because you know you're not aligned with what you truly want to do and what you want to do from your mission or your purpose on this earth. Once you truly align with that and you make that a priority and you are then getting paid monetarily for that, I'm telling you, your whole life will change, not just in one domain of your life, but in every single domain of your life. So that could be your relationships, your spiritual side, your fitness, everything. If that purpose is aligned and you get that clarity on all areas of your life as to exactly how you want it to look, I'm telling you, the amount of energy you bring to your career, to your family, to your friends, the amount of energy you just bring to life is on a whole nother wavelength, regardless of the monetary value. And this was an important realization for me. So I wanted to share this with you on a more deeper context and basically explain the reasoning behind it and why this consciousness calibration is important. Now, what I want you to take from this video is that if you continue operating with your old patterns and behaviors, you're going to get the same results regardless of manifestation, right? Manifestation only goes to a certain point. What you need to do is now envision yourself in the future present self and take a clear action step. What would the person that is in the position that you want to be in do on a daily basis, weekly basis, on a monthly basis, for example, to achieve that outcome? And then all you do is you reverse engineer and you work backwards and see what you need to do on a daily basis or a weekly basis in order to obtain that vision and create that dream reality. Because manifestation only works as much as you actually putting in the work and daily habits that make it sustainable. So I don't want you to go into this full manifestation woo-woo land that we often get told as well, which is also another facade, because at the end of the day, you still need to put in the inputs to get to that goal. But what I'm saying is that if you operate and you identity shift into that future reality, then it is inevitable, and you consistently put those inputs, then it is inevitable for you to obtain that outcome. So that's the essence of this video, and that's the essence of how you're meant to operate like an absolute psycho. Guys, I have to make this video. I had to make this video because I'm sick and tired of freaking society telling us that this is right, that is right. Listen to your conscience. Your conscience never lies. Your conscience, as I mentioned, this is something I preach by. Your conscience is your gift from God, whether you believe it or not, is regardless, is from a higher power, whatever. Your gift on this planet is your conscience. What you do with it and your gift to the world, or if you believe in God, to God, is to fulfill that conscience and use that conscience for greater good. If you follow this protocol and you just live this in this way, in a sense of purpose-driven alignment, I am telling you, you will just feel so calm in a state of tranquility. Your mind will be bulletproof and you will be operating as a absolute psycho that cannot miss. That's how I'm taking my life further, guys. If you need help with this, I do fitness, lifestyle, and building the brand coaching. So if you need help with this, apply using the link below. Sign up now. There's a wait list coming up for my absolute top offer. This is called Stealth Room, and it's for entrepreneurs who really want to take their game to the next level. They want to be fit, jacked. They want to be in the best freaking mindset of their life. They can basically execute their tasks or whatever it is they want to do to grow their business at the highest level. If that sounds like you, apply using the link below. I'll reach out with some more details and see if you're the right fit.